Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into a crucial topic that affects us all, the dangers of consuming too much salt. You see it on every restaurant table, and it's probably in your kitchen right now. We're talking about salt, and while it might seem harmless, that little sprinkle can have some serious consequences for your health. Stick around to learn about the top 10 high-risk diseases you can develop from a high-salt diet. We're going to break it down in a way that's easy to understand, so you can make informed decisions about your health. Let's start with public enemy number 1, hypertension or high blood pressure. Now, why is salt such a problem for our blood pressure? Think of your blood vessels like highways, and your blood as the traffic flowing through them. When you eat too much salt, it's like adding more cars to those highways. The increased volume creates more pressure on the walls of your arteries, forcing your heart to work harder to pump blood throughout your body. Over time, this constant strain can damage your blood vessels, making them less flexible and more prone to narrowing. Imagine a garden hose with too much pressure. Eventually it weakens and can even burst. That's what high blood pressure does to your arteries, increasing your risk for a whole host of serious health problems. We're talking heart attacks, strokes, kidney disease, you name it. And here's the thing about hypertension. It's often called the silent killer because it often has no symptoms. You might feel perfectly fine, but inside, your arteries are under constant stress. By reducing your salt intake, you're taking a proactive step towards protecting your heart and overall well-being. 2 heart diseases. High blood pressure from excessive salt intake can wreak havoc on your arteries. Let's dive into the connection between salt and heart disease. High blood pressure strains your heart, forcing it to work harder. Over time, this strain weakens and enlarges the heart muscle. This can lead to heart failure, where the heart can't pump enough blood. High blood pressure also damages artery linings, making them prone to plaque buildup. Plaque, a mix of cholesterol and fat, narrows arteries and restricts blood flow. If a blockage occurs in an artery supplying blood to your heart, it can cause a heart attack. Reducing salt intake can lower blood pressure and reduce heart disease risk. 3 strokes. We've seen how salt can wreak havoc on your heart, and now it's time to address its impact on another vital organ, your brain. The link between salt and stroke is rooted in its ability to raise blood pressure. The blood vessels in your brain are like delicate side roads, easily susceptible to damage from high blood pressure. When blood pressure rises, it puts immense stress on these delicate vessels, increasing the risk of ischemic and hemorrhagic strokes. Reducing your salt intake is crucial in protecting your brain from high blood pressure and lowering your risk of stroke. 4. Osteoporosis. You might be surprised to learn that excessive salt intake doesn't just affect your heart and blood vessels. It can also take a toll on your bones, increasing your risk of osteoporosis. You see, your body needs a delicate balance of calcium to keep your bones strong and healthy. When you consume too much salt, your body tries to flush out the excess sodium through your urine. Unfortunately, this process also flushes out calcium, robbing your bones of this essential mineral. Over time, this calcium loss can weaken your bones, making them more fragile and prone to fractures. Osteoporosis, often called the silent thief, doesn't usually cause any noticeable symptoms in its early stages. You might not even realize your bones are weakening until a sudden bump or fall results in a fracture. By reducing your salt intake, you can help your body retain more calcium, keeping your bones strong and healthy for years to come. 5 kidney problems. Our kidneys play a vital role in keeping our bodies balanced and functioning properly. They're like our internal filtration system, constantly working to remove waste products and excess fluids from our blood. But when we consume too much salt, we put a heavy burden on these hard-working organs, increasing our risk of kidney disease. Remember how salt causes our bodies to retain water? Well, this excess fluid in our bloodstream puts pressure on our kidneys, forcing them to work harder to filter everything out. Over time, this constant strain can damage the delicate filtering units of the kidneys, known as nephrons, leading to a decline in kidney function. When our kidneys can't effectively filter waste products from our blood, it can lead to a buildup of toxins in our bodies. This buildup can cause a whole host of problems, from fatigue and swelling to high blood pressure and even heart disease. Kidney disease is a serious condition that often progresses slowly and silently, with few noticeable symptoms in its early stages. 6. Stomach cancer. While we've primarily focused on the cardiovascular and skeletal impacts of excessive salt consumption, it's crucial to address another serious concern: the link between high salt intake and an increased risk of stomach cancer. You see, a high salt diet can irritate the lining of your stomach, leading to inflammation. Over time, this chronic inflammation can damage the cells that line your stomach, increasing the likelihood of mutations that can lead to cancer. While more research is needed to fully understand the complex relationship between salt and stomach cancer, the evidence suggests that reducing salt intake is a wise choice for protecting your digestive health. 7. Obesity. You might be surprised to learn that excessive salt intake can also contribute to weight gain and obesity. While salt itself doesn't contain calories, it can indirectly lead to weight gain through its effects on our appetite and food choices. Have you ever noticed how salty foods seem to make you thirstier? Well, that's because salt triggers a physiological response in our bodies that makes us crave fluids. And often, those fluids come in the form of sugary drinks like soda, juice, or sports drinks. These sugary beverages are loaded with empty calories, meaning they provide very little nutritional value and contribute to weight gain. Moreover, salt can enhance the flavor of food, making us more likely to overeat. This can lead to a vicious cycle of craving saltier, more processed foods, further contributing to weight gain. 8. Diabetes. Next up, let's explore the link between salt and diabetes, a chronic condition that affects how your body regulates blood sugar. You see, our bodies need insulin, a hormone produced by the pancreas, to help our cells use glucose, or sugar, from the food we eat for energy. However, when we consume too much salt, it can interfere with insulin's ability to effectively do its job. This insulin resistance means that our cells don't respond to insulin as well as they should, leading to a buildup of glucose in our bloodstream. Over time, this chronic elevation in blood sugar levels can damage our blood vessels and organs, increasing the risk of serious health problems like heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, vision loss, and nerve damage. 9. Liver diseases. Our liver is a powerhouse organ responsible for hundreds of vital functions, including filtering toxins from our blood-producing bile to digest fats and storing energy. But just like our kidneys, our liver can be negatively impacted by excessive salt consumption, potentially leading to liver disease. When we consume too much salt, it can lead to fluid retention and increased blood pressure, putting strain on our liver. Over time, this chronic strain can cause inflammation and scarring of the liver tissue, a condition known as fibrosis. As fibrosis progresses, it can lead to cirrhosis, a late stage of liver scarring that impairs the liver's ability to function properly. Early-stage liver disease often doesn't cause any noticeable symptoms, making it a silent threat to our health. And lastly, 10. Dementia. We've already discussed how excessive salt intake can increase the risk of stroke, but it's crucial to understand that the damage caused by high blood pressure extends beyond the immediate threat of stroke. Vascular dementia, a type of dementia caused by reduced blood flow to the brain, is another serious consequence of uncontrolled high blood pressure. Remember those delicate blood vessels in our brain? Well, over time, high blood pressure can damage these vessels, making them more likely to narrow or become blocked. This reduced blood flow deprives brain cells of the oxygen and nutrients they need to function properly, leading to cognitive decline. Vascular dementia can cause a range of symptoms, including problems with memory, thinking, reasoning, judgment, and behavior. These symptoms can gradually worsen over time, impacting a person's ability to live independently and enjoy a good quality of life. Reducing salt intake is crucial for managing blood pressure and protecting our brain health. Thanks for watching. We've covered a lot of ground today, exploring the top 10 high-risk diseases associated with excessive salt intake. From hypertension and heart disease to osteoporosis and dementia, the impact of salt on our health is far-reaching. But here's the good news: you have the power to make a difference. By being mindful of your salt intake, you can significantly reduce your risk of developing these serious health conditions. Remember, small changes can make a big difference over time. Opt for fresh, whole foods over processed options. Experiment with herbs and spices to add flavor to your meals, and be sure to check food labels carefully for sodium content. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more health tips and information. Stay healthy, and see you next time.